Hello and welcome back to the letter. And I didn't realize I got to a point where I was recording this game so much that I guess I started to get lightheaded from lack of breathing. Basically, because I just kept talking with whatever the game was saying. Also, I noticed, is this really a thing that's in schools? Because this seems kind of unnecessary. Putting the room number above the door and then another sign right next with that you could see down the hallway. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you could tell just by one sign. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's continue on as Becky. Because we're going to pick up... Well, not pick up because Ashton does that. What does Becky do? Because Ashton is the one who picks Isabella, so I don't know how this is going to go now that I think about it. So, even on a rush, getting everything in order before leaving takes nearly a good quarter hour. By the time I make it out of the classroom, the commotion has already died down, dwindling to mere echoes and distant laughters. From the nearby room, melodies from a rehearsing band drift freely into the air, filling the almost empty hallway with their warm, lively tunes. Another day, I'll stop basking in the music and enjoy what little peace it brings. Not today, however. My steps are brisk and sure as I march to Edward Hall's exit. The sooner I confirm Isabella's okay, the sooner I could shake out this niggling feeling. For one reason or another, that single call of all possible things is throwing everything off kilter. I'd rather this be over with as quickly as possible. So much that I nearly barrel over a student in my haste. Though perhaps it's really the other way around. Are we gonna know the student? Fuck! It's the kid! This isn't good. I look down, a set of eyes, bright and hopeful, stare back at me. Her arms are wrapped around... This is gonna be creepy. I have a feeling, maybe. Or, you know, I'm just crazy. Her arms are wrapped around my waist like a vice, and at my attention, a grin spreads over her face. Was there something supposed to be said? No, because we heard Rebecca gasp. What? Hold on, what? Nope. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. What the heck? No, what is going on? Did I fuck up somewhere? Did I somehow turn off audio? What the heck's going on? Nope, everything's fine. Buenos tardes, Miss Pink.
Hello, Kylie. You know, you aren't supposed to run into people like that.
Okay, I guess for some reason Kylie doesn't have audio. Okay. Sorry, Miss Pink. She loosens her hold on me, but not a hint of guilt or regret appears on her. If anything, it seems the remark only amused her. You know, hold on. At this point, I'm just... All this is a mess. Okay, let me just say that here.
Remember not to do it again, alright? You could get hurt.
Hold on. Let me exit out. I'll continue. This worked last time we had a bug. Does it work now? No!
Hello, Kylie!
Yeah, she's just mute. What the heck? Okay, so anything seems to remark only amused her. A smile appears on my face before I could help it, matching the one on her own. Okay, that's why I skipped.
You sound like my mama when she's scolding Rowan, Miss Pink.
Okay, there we go. I think maybe it's fixed. That was weird. Okay.
I'm sure your mama only means well. I know she'll be worried sick if one of you were to get hurt.
Maybe that's supposed to be creepy. She's actually not talking to a little girl. It's just some figment of a ghostly imagination. Maybe that's what's actually happening. And that was supposed to be on purpose. I don't know. Or I'm going batshit crazy now.
Where's was your brother anyway? Aren't you two supposed to be heading home now?
She has a brother? Oh yeah, she does.
Rowan said he's got some stuff he needs to do before we go. I think he's taking too long. But he promised to buy me jelly babies today if I keep what he's doing a secret from Mama and Papa.
Any chance you'll tell Miss Pink about it?
Another one. She shakes her head, both her hands going to her mouth as if to keep a precious secret from spilling out.
I need a promise.
What the fuck is that audio quality was? Okay, that sounded weird.
He said it's for Tia Luke.
What the heck? Okay.
Oh, something like a gift?
Wait, Tia Luke? Who is she related to? Tia Luke?
Like a deal. Tio promised to take him somewhere cool when he's old enough. Rowan's gonna prove he's a grown-up.
I'd like to see who is this Rowan. Laughter spills free from my lips. The teacher in me wants to give whoever this Tio is a reprimand for bringing about this kind of behavior in children. But both Cere's kids are so fond of him, there shouldn't be anything to worry about, yes? At any rate, they're nothing but well-behaved, both Kylie and her brother. Rowan, the eldest, may have an occasional odd streak in and out of class, but their parents taught them well. I see no reason to cast any suspicion of bad behavior on them.
As long as it isn't anything dangerous, alright?
It's not. Cross my heart.
And hope to die?
My drawings are a lot prettier than what he's doing anyway. Tio said so.
Okay.
Do you want to see? I drew one earlier at class.
I don't think I want to see it because I have a bad feeling what this may be.
Is that why you're here?
Not really. I was gonna show it to my friend first. But since it's you, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you see it before she does.
Oh no. I can't stay right now, Kylie.
Her face falls immediately after the words are out. A small part of me feels responsible for the crestfallen look, but as much as I want to stay a little longer, there's another place I need to be right now. Frankly, another child to look after. Taking both of her hands, I kneel in front of her and muster the most rueful smile I could give. At her age, I'm quite sure she already understands what I'm about to say before they're even out. But remarkably, she doesn't look away or pout as I'm expecting her to.
I'm sorry. You know what? Rowan has a class with me on Monday around this time. Why don't you drop by again next week? After class? I'll even make sure to wait for you. It's just that I absolutely must leave now. My friend had an accident earlier, and I'm the only one she has here.
What about her mama and papa?
Her family lives really far from here, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Do you remember where Asia is? The southeast part? That's where they are.
Her eyes immediately light up at my question, just like that. I know I've earned the girl's forgiveness.
Oh, just like Takako.
Takako?
Who?
My friend. She said she used to live there, only just a little higher than southeast. But she hasn't come home in a long time, so she doesn't remember much about it anymore. Melody says it's weird I talked to her, but I think she's just shy.
Okay, who are these people?
They could be good friends too! Don't you think so, Miss Pink?
Sure.
Maybe if you introduce them properly, they will be.
Yeah.
I think. Takako's just lonely. If she makes more friends, she won't be anymore.
I want to see this Takako. Who is this?
Is your friend like that too?
Nope.
A little, possibly.
Maybe.
To be honest, sometimes I can't tell with her.
After all, Isabella has always been the kind to hold a smile, even when things have taken a turn for the worst. 5 years and one will think it's enough to take time to know a person. But when you consider it, come to think of it, all these years I've not ever once seen her cry. But things will change very soon. Not over a trivial matter or even when things are tough.
Okay, you can go to her. I'll just show you my drawing next time.
Thank you. Remind me to buy you a huge glass of parfait, all right?
No, I'll get a stomachache. Chicago says so. A small one is okay.
I'm surprised with this little kid. I would imagine she would take the offer, but okay.
I'll remember that. Say hi to your friend for me.
I will. I'm sure she'd love to meet you too. See you, Miss Pink.
I'll see you later, Kylie.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down.
Sounds
London Bridge is
creepy.
falling down, my fair lady.
Let me just flow through this. Okay, so the anniversary. I vaguely remember what that was. Gosh, at this point, all this is like clutter. I'm like, what was this? The anniversary? What was that? Oh, this was Hannah's thing. Oh, because this is when she tells Luke that they're buying the mansion. Okay. Okay. She doesn't look back or wait for any sort of goodbye from me. Song and an extra spring in her step, she bounds across the corridor with as much spirit only a child her age can have. Whatever, something, right? As if the conversation has never taken any downhill turn for her at all. As if there isn't a single thing to worry about in the world. Not long after, she disappeared behind a door, leaving behind strains of an odd, familiar rhyme lingering in the air. Carefree, unbidden, untroubled, moments like this, I envy her. And I resume my hurried pace, a tiny whisper at the back of my mind wishes the same can be said of myself and my own worries. Luxembourg may be a small city, but it's no stranger to hellish rush hour traffic. Surprisingly, getting out of the city today proves more of a breeze than a hassle. A relief considering how none of my calls to Isabella have made it through. Either the receptionist really bad over there, or she's ignoring them on purpose. I'm trying to think, because I think by now she's leaving. So both does nothing to ease the disquiet in me. The rest of my drive passes without much incident as soon as I'm out at the busy streets. In less than 30 minutes, the mansion looms ahead of me. For all the fuss Isabel made about the house, it remains a thing of beauty. Unlike Luxembourg, the state and the nearby Anselm village stands as its complete opposite, living in the breathing songs of the old whisper of a once booming heaven lingering in the air. I can't speak. Contemporary convenience aside. I'm pretty sure I still messed the word, but whatever, move on. It's a place I'm glad modernization hasn't wholly touched.
It's just a shame the locals know more of the silly hearsay than the history itself. If I could only knock some sense into these people!
Sadly, complaining is all I can afford to do. Much as I want to give them peace of my mind, isn't why I'm here. Words. I don't think these rich types will appreciate getting a lecture from me either. I have as much business with them as they have with me. With a heavy sigh, I give myself one last second to take the scenery before heading up to the main entrance. Most of the guests are already heading out, though some still linger. It's mainly just to take the photos of the house facade or its various rooms. I pause for a moment, scanning the small crowd gathered at the foyer, looking for any sign of that familiar ponytail among the sea of hats and heads.
No sign of her.
No sign of the other staff or Miss Cooper either. I could certainly look for Isabel on my own, but in a place this big? I'd be lucky if I didn't end up lost or find her before we need to meet with Zachary and Ashnite. Sighing, I reach for my mobile and redial her number. A gesture familiar after so many attempts earlier. If she doesn't answer, I can still try contacting Miss Cooper. I just hope the network reception cooperate this time. Side of the country has never been popular with the tech-savvy, after all. To my relief, it only took 3 unsuccessful tries. As the 4th one, Raya is about to switch to another intercept message, the line finally rings. Silence follows while I wait for her to pick up, the ringing going far too long for my tastes. But now most of the visitors have already cleared out. All I have for company are the faint murmurs and an eerie calmness left in their wake. So a hush settles and gives way to noises louder than they're ever meant to be. Doors creaking and slamming shut in some distant part of the mansion, floorboards groaning under the sheer weight of the house's history. All how long is this taking? Holy shit. In the now empty hall, they're all reverberant, still probably fucked that up, with special clarity against the walls. Like this, those old stories seem to almost have a ring of truth to it. I don't get to stray far into the ugly line of thought, however. A second later, a click sounds from the other end.
Hello? Isabella?
Fuck!
Miss Cooper called earlier and...
But she hasn't seen the letter! How's this already happening? She's not seen the letter yet. Just help me.
Isabella? Belle? Are you alright?
Without a warning, the call gets cut off. Busy notes blare sharply against the heavy silence. But above the noise cutting through the mute air remains the faint cries of a woman. Far beyond the foyer, my hand falls to my side as I cast a weary look around, waiting for someone to come running. Surely I can't be the only one hearing this. There must still be some staff hanging around checking things out, but no one does. Not even when her sobs turn more frantic and anguished.
Excuse me? Hello?
If I get a choice of what to do, I'm not going to it, because I know what occurs around this time, vaguely. And I know that Isabelle's not around right now. Because she's already heading to the theater with Ash in his whatever the fucking car he called it.
Who's there? Isabella? Isabella? Is that you?
No answer. Growing anxious, I amble over where her cries come from, each step slowly cautious and towards a door on the other end of the room. While I'm far from someone who readily gives into fear of stories lacking factual basis, the vague, restless feeling I have earlier immediately returns to me. Despite myself, my heart begins to race and my breathing quickens.
Belle, it's me.
It's not her.
Miss Cooper called. Is everything okay?
It's not her. It's not her. Abruptly, all of it stops. My whole body tenses and mouth dragging a ragged breath, ears straining for any other sound yet to come from the other side. But nothing follows. Instead, the quiet only lends itself to the heavy tensions in the air, as if every small movement will disturb the fragile stillness hanging in the room. I wait for another second. Then with a caution, I reach for the knob. Fingers barely graze the brass handle. My hand falls on my shoulder.
Excuse me.
Rose?
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
No, it's...
Still reeling, my grace shifts back to the door as if any second now the cries will start again or whoever's inside will burst out of the room. I don't get to dwell on those. The woman-worried voice breaks through the haze of my mind again, only soothing in the thick of my unease. Even if the concerned look comes from a total stranger, finally being in the company of someone else is somehow comforting.
Ma'am? Are you okay?
Nah, vaguely.
Oh, no, I'm fine. This is probably just some cold.
Do you need to sit down?
No need. I'm actually looking for a friend.
Has she not realized by now? I wait the mobile in front of her like the gesture alone explains everything. Vaguely, I note my tight grip, and I quickly slip it into my pocket before she notices. She doesn't need to know.
Well, I'm not really sure if your friend would still be here. We're actually about to close the open house in a few minutes, ma'am.
No worries. She's not a guest here. She works for Briar Realty. Miss Cooper called me earlier. In fact, I'm also looking for her.
Well, recognition flashes in her eyes and her worried expression dissolves into a smile at once. It's all I need to know that I don't have to look elsewhere or venture deeper into the mansion on my own. In some way, I'm not too keen on the latter right now.
Oh, Miss Rebecca Gales, is it?
I would imagine they would kind of figure it out by the voices, but whatever.
Yes. Sorry if I'm a bit late.
It's not a problem. I was busy with the open house and a few clients anyway. It's actually a good thing you came when you did. Let's see. Isabella should be here somewhere. I told her to stay put earlier. Girl never listen.
Rose? Rosie? May I have a minute? There's just this one little thing before we go.
Hannah? Okay. Miss Cooper's head immediately snaps up at the voice. Blink, a different kind of smile spreads on her face. A smile still friendly even, but the kind given mainly for sake of pleasing other people rather than making friends.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there in a few.
It's an impressive thing to say the least, that level of professionalism. I suppose working years in this kind of business trains you enough to be able to pull that off without batting an eye. It certainly didn't seem to have rubbed off on Isabella, though.
Sorry, could you give me a second? I have to take care of this.
Don't worry about it. I understand. I can wait a few more minutes. Clients, right?
You won't hear anything from me. Priorities, you know? But if you want, you can stay at the parlor in the meantime. I think we have a few refreshments left.
No, thank you. I'm going out with a few friends after this. Isabella's supposed to join us too. But that depends on how she's doing, of course.
Alright, this won't be long, I promise.
Okay. Well, by now she, definitely is already gone with Ash, so anything could happen, because for some reason the ghost is haunting Becky. Even though she's not seeing the letter, so I'm very confused. She throws me an apologetic look before sauntering over the small group gathered at the entrance. Is someone gonna pop up? Did the game freeze? Oh shit, okay, that's what I was thinking while I was loading everyone. A couple or siblings and another woman, probably their secretary. Either way, they look no different from the other guests. All three of them primarily dressed, albeit in a manner significantly simpler than the others. No frills, no extravagance of any form. But their gestures and movements alone speak volumes of their ingrained lifestyle. Their presence, I do what I can to appear inconspicuous on the side of the foyer. Maybe accepting Miss Cooper's offer would have been a much better choice than standing around awkwardly and gaping at them. All while also attempting my best not to listen in on their conversation, but I imagine it happens anyways. Although that one proves more difficult with how enthusiastic the blonde woman is. Her voice easily echoes through the walls with only the 5 of us here. Pretty soon I find myself being drawn into their talk without meaning to.
Tomorrow? First thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning, ma'am.
The mundane talk isn't what catches my attention, however.
Very well. We'll have our lawyers prepare everything as soon as possible. Let's make this whole thing easier for everyone, shall we? Just let me know if there's anything you need from me. You know how to contact me, yes?
Got your mobile number saved here already.
Good. It's just a matter of time then.
There's a brief moment, a fleeting shift in my
Monday
eye.
for us, Marianne.
As long as you're positive, we won't be having any problems by that time. You can count on my team.
Why did it update? Was it a choice? I don't understand. I really want to check the branching tree. Because I'm like, what did I do to cause the butterfly effect?
You worry too much. Let me handle those things. Do be thrilled, though. I imagine it's not every day you get projects like this,
Alright, hold on. What's my Russian? Okay. We never had any chance. Okay. And the instant I turn my gaze on him, I see
Oh, I'm certain Mint's ecstatic, Buttercup. Aren't you, Marianne?
What is going on with Luke? This is the second time this has occurred, because at first I thought maybe it's just their way of doing a sort of realistic anime version of him being mad. Clearly something's going on with him than it appears to be.
You know,
Is he
we
possessed?
could all celebrate this with a few drinks. Why don't we?
What the fuck is going on?
In fact, there's this really excellent Irish pub I visited a few days ago.
Whiskey, right? Looming, however, over his shoulders, drawn to him like a moth to a flame, a dark blur. I am right. I'm not going crazy. No, a shadow.
I think I'll pass on that, sir. I have more important matters to attend to.
Okay, this is weird. I'm noticing audio quality of this game is sounding a little weird. Either that's how it's supposed to be, or these headsets are really broken.
Darling, your liver.
Wait, no, because she's eavesdropping, so maybe that's why the audio's like this? But it was just fine not that long ago. What the hell?
You already had a glass today, and apparently a few days ago as well. How many times do we have to remind you? Doctor's orders, remember?
Such a shame. You
Huh.
never let me do anything fun.
As I tried to make sense of it, a heavy feeling descends over my whole body. It happens without warning, forcing me to close my eyes. The sensation creeps to every part of me, crawling under my skin and drain me little by little of any strength. Before I know it, my hand is gripping the nearby door for support. Sudden nausea drowns out their voices and what little sound there is. Oh, so that's why the audio is sounding weird. All except for the whispers and laughters. Judging, mocking, taunting. Muffled, inaudible words bearing down on me like a death sentence. They wrap around my neck and limbs, binds tighten with every syllable, every utterance. And with each drawn breath I take, they drag me down slowly, almost painfully, into a bottomless abyss. On, and on, and on, till the sound turn into my distant echoes. Till suddenly it
Well,
shatters.
what are we waiting for? Are we done here?
Did she pass out? His voice rips through the fog like a sharp blade and my eyes snap open. When I look to them again, it's gone.
Just a second, darling.
What the fuck am I doing? I've barely done anything. It's updated 3 times now.
Send my regards to Isabel, please. Poor girl. Please let her know she doesn't have to worry and tell her to get some rest.
What's the relationship? I've hardly done anything. Okay, because I was thinking, maybe depending on the relationship, you get extra tiny bit of dialogue. Nope. I've done nothing with Isabel, so I'm like, what's with these butterfly effects? I'm very confused.
Anyway, we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Likewise, ma'am.
No shadows or dark clouds. Only immiscible smiles and This is gonna be a long recording session. Only admissibles, smiles, and cordial handshakes, the usual pleasantries as Miss Cooper leads them out the mansion like a graceful host. None of the group seems to have noticed it, even as I force my breathing to calm down, keep my eyes trained on their backs, and wait for something to happen and doesn't come back. She returns a moment later. Gently she closes the great doors behind her, but there's a smile on her lips and an extra skip in her step when she walks back to me. Whatever she was discussing with the group had put her in a good mood. Even she appears to have not observed anything odd. Was I just seeing things?
Glad that was over. It's been a long day. I thought for sure we're going to... Hey, are you sure you're doing okay? You look a bit green.
It's all good. I'm actually still recovering from a cold. Weather's been crazy lately.
That must be it. The weather, the stupid cold, and the friendly warnings I'm too stubborn to listen to. As much as I hate to admit it, Isabel's right. I was and still am a little feverish. She visited me at school this morning. Medicine helped, of course, but only some. Although it's not like I can't function, it did get better after lunch and I was able to go through my schedule like usual. Now I'm not sure. However, I can't keep acting like I've seen some sort of apparition when it's anything but. I simply must have listened too many times to Isabel last week. My fever-muddled mind has started to confuse things. If this doesn't let up, I just need another visit to my doctor, plain and simple. Though I do hope it won't get worse. I did promise to watch Zachary's film
I know
together.
what you mean. I've been complaining to Isabel. It doesn't seem to affect her much, though. Must be because she grew up in the tropics. Anyway, shall we? She's probably hanging out with the rest of the catering staff.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised she's there. She eats like 10 hungry men when she isn't feeling well. Lead the way.
With a small nod, she gestures for me to follow. I do so without much thought, finally putting everything in the back of my mind. And clearly, they don't find her, I would imagine. And this is then after this. Yep. The entire visit took a whole 24 minutes. And actually, I'm going to have to end it here. I just looked and I'm like, I'm going a little over than usual still. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, you got the like or off button. If you want to see more of what will happen next of this series, got the subscribe or follow button to be notified. Got anything to say, say something in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Comrades.